Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Not your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have any law degrees. I am Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling marvelous.
I'm feeling smooth.
You feeling fine. Yeah.
Just like the shiny forehead.
You know, it's not as shiny as it usually is. You cutting back?
No, it's the new face scrub. I got this green tea bamboo remix. Can't tell the company because the company ain't cut the check.
They ain't cut the check?
They ain't cut the check yet, whatever. They jump on the bandwagon. They got bread though. So they got bread. They got bread. If they want to cut the check, I have no problem.
No.
It is blank and blank. And your product can also be blank and blank, featured on the Podical Sons too. You know, CTC, cut the check.
Why not, man? Why not?
Google, Play, Spotify, Apple.
All of that.
All the above. Find them. Pod Addict. Where you at? All streaming platforms possible.
Shout out to the TikTok people.
Salute to TikTok. YouTube. Welcome. And podicalsons.com. There should be no excuse for y'all not to find the Podical Sons now, considering the fact you are hearing it. But to get older episodes and previous episodes, check those places.
Podicalsons.com or thepodicalsons.com. Either one will bring you to the website. And yeah, man. Yeah, we are here.
Let me go from there. Let's get into the polls. The polls for the week. First poll came from, would you enjoy rap music without the crime element in it?
Where did we end up with the numbers? I think I peeped at it midweek and it was like 80 something to.
First of all, there's no midweek peep. Like, yo, when it's done, it's done.
I was just peeping at it. You know?
You mean midday? You mean midweek? I'm gonna say
midday.
So one poll and stuff, whatever was that was at 94%.
94%. Okay.
People say, yeah, they're down with it and stuff, whatever. They would still rock with the hip hop and stuff for that. I wouldn't. I'm not for it. I like my crime element. I need my criminal shit.
Yeah. So you would cut off hip hop altogether, or you would just?
No, I have selective artists and stuff that I know I'm gonna go get like a cool. I want to say the no cursings, like the Will Smiths types and everything. I know where to go, but I want to say like those tracks don't get me turned. They don't give me that energy and shit. Like, yo, Hard in the Paint, Waka Flocka.
Yeah.
Play that shit when you're driving through traffic. I guarantee you and stuff, there's no such thing as traffic after that no more.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, no, but there's that crime element. Hip Hop Police.
Right.
They're crucifying people and stuff and what they're saying now, or the New York courts especially now.
Yeah.
If, like I said, shout out to Jay-Z. If they don't make a stop to shoot that shit down, that's going to happen in a lot of other states. And they're going to crucify and penalize any rapper from those other places with the same shit.
Hip Hop Police been around since, I want to say, early 90s.
Who?
The Hip Hop Police.
Who were they policing?
I wouldn't say any particular individual other than hip hop in general. That was the top. So certain artists felt like they were being watched more than others. So like the term itself, hip hop police, was around that time. The only time I've ever heard an officer get any type of big ups was KRS. Still number one. RoboCop is an actual cop that he's talking about in that song. He goes, RoboCop, yo, he's down with us. Apparently, he's like this big, hefty New York cop dude. And they just called him RoboCop. But I want to say, even from like, 90s music, man, like the hip hop police was a thing. And it wasn't any, like I said, it wasn't any one particular group that you can say, hey, they followed, even though I would most likely.
That's what I would label as hip hop police if they're following the artist.
Even though I was gonna say, even though I would probably more or less look like at the NWAs, even the Public Enemies, but not for a criminal element, more because they were they were considered a political movement, and anything that was considered radical or engaging to the youth, a lot of times was threatening to the establishment. So they kind of wanted to police that whole thing.
I think in general, if you see two or more gathered, it's not church, it's called black people, and it might be a gang. So I think that's the reason why police will come out. I don't think the police will come for the fact that if it's for an artist, like they're following set artists,
right?
Not on a bodyguard security type of level.
Yeah.
And they're watching to observe, that's what I classify as hip hop police. Because that's been official with stuff in the war. There was even a few police officers or retired police officers saying they were charged and follow Cameron and the Dipset and these people and these other people and stuff like that. That's hip hop policing.
Right.
That's before, like, there's no concerts.
Right.
They're just watching these people just in case, because one, crowds get excited and the shit that they say and stuff in lyrics.
Right.
Right. So they're just trying to see if these people are going to act out what they claim. That's what I mean by hip hop police.
Okay.
So I mean, like, like the fight the power movements and all that type of stuff with Public Enemy. I feel like, those people just draw a crowd.
Right.
Well, celebrities in general draw a crowd. I want to say, like, black celebrity coming from the hood or like from like, impoverished backgrounds and everything like that. You might kind of incite some kind of little energy into these people, so they kind of shut it down a little bit.
I'm trying to think of which group I would say, like, they would have had followed to that extent. I know Queensbridge rappers talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
I would say certain Brooklyn rappers like that era, I was, people knew hip hop police. Like, that was a term at that era, right? Whether or not to say how in depth they were, I don't know. But why I bring that up is, imagine if they had the powers what they're asking for now, way back then.
What do you mean? To shut down or to charge for the lyrics?
For charging for the lyrics, because it's not like the violence has gotten that much different. You know what I mean? People were calling out people back then.
You said early 90s or late 90s? What are you saying?
I would say mid-90s. Let's say 90s. Let's say around 95, 96 coming up.
No, Tupac and Biggie died in the mid-90s.
Tupac, Biggie died
so
before that.
Pac died in 94. 96.
So let's say 90s. So let's say 90s then.
Yeah, and I think that's where it started.
Let's say 90s.
That's where I feel like it started from, because they're looking at it like, oh shit, they're talking like this in their songs, blah, blah, blah. Wait, what? Tupac, I think when Tupac got shot and he didn't die,
right?
When he got shot and he didn't die and stuff, they're like, oh, this shit's more real than all that. 'Cause remember, he told the judge to fuck off and everything like that.
Right.
So from that time, they're like, we need to watch this Tupac.
See what's going on, right?
Guy,
yeah.
Because he just generated a lot of heat. Then the Vegas shooting popped off and everything like that. There was no cops on him and stuff there. There were cops on him and stuff in LA.
Right.
And there's cops on him in New York.
Right.
Not in the Vegas. So now when it came to Big now and everything, and then I think after, remember, he had the interview, like, sad that Pac died and him and Pac had some things and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
They always feared for Biggie, because remember, it was an East and West Coast thing.
Right.
And Biggie died where?
Right.
In LA.
In LA.
Right. So I mean, they were like, okay, because there was, I think, an officer that spoke about the Biggie thing and stuff, whatever, a white dude. And he was saying and stuff, whatever. It wasn't his unit, but it was someone else that was in charge and stuff, whatever. But he said most of those people and stuff have gotten retired, but they all felt that, like, something about the Biggie thing and stuff made more sense than the Tupac thing.
Right.
So they said, in order to they said, he was saying, it was like I don't want to say Vice. And I don't want to say, what's the guy you never see? DJ Vlad. It's not Vlad. It was somewhere else like that. Probably a Beef. Remember they had those Beef DVDs?
One of the DVDs, yeah.
Or something like that, whatever back then. And then when he was talking about it, I was like, okay, so they came up in the 90s. So yeah, in the 90s time and stuff like that. But then after the Biggie and Pac thing,
right,
after they passed, you didn't really hear too much and stuff like that. I think, I want to say other artists were just caught up in their own personal stuff. They kind of just got in the way of some things and kind of shut down some of their fun. Yeah. But they're like, no. We need to set a unit on these people. If they're drawing a crowd, they might draw the beef. Yeah. So them, yes. And if they're crucifying you for the lyrics and stuff that you said back then and stuff like that now, yes, you'll be fucked. But I think freedom of speech, let me say, civil liberties have been breached on, my opinion, since 9/11.
9/11.
Ever since 9/11, it's now created like a laneway to say, well, we're doing this for public safety.
Right.
So that's been like their alley-oop they've been throwing and stuff. We're doing this for the public safety. So the same thing, they're like, well, we don't want this artist to go to some place where kids are performing. Yeah. And he's saying this, and somebody be like, oh, you were talking about me. And they start shooting there. We need to monitor this shit for public safety purposes. Right. So, yes, it came up a little more like in the early 2000s. But, I mean, lyrics is lyrics. It's part of creativity.
Creativity, man.
I can't get turned up off like too much type of thing. I can feel good off of it, whatever. Yeah. Like, all right, what's that song? The Pharrell and Jay. Entrepreneur, that black man. You just get a vibe, to do good shit in your world. Yeah. To help out your community. I don't know if it might help you get through the traffic though, because you might look in the car, you be turning your head, you're like, you're in the traffic with a black man. Like, I go hard in the motherfucking paint. No. You're like,
would Ludacris's move bitch get out the way have the same effect in traffic?
Hell yeah. But that's that. Which bitches is he incurring?
Which one are we telling to get out the way?
Yeah, which is like, is this a woman?
Nah, that's the bitch ass nigga in front of you.
So that he's inciting violence.
Yeah.
So, see? So if Luda went to the club, he's like, push the guy, he's like, I'm suing. He said, move, bitch, get out the way. I didn't say it. You pushed me. Yeah. You said it in the song. That's not you on the song?
Am I not the bitch?
No further questions. Okay. So I think it's starting to wind down to some bullshit, but I'm glad that like the powers that be with sense. Yeah. I think this is part of the hip hop union shit you were talking about a long time ago. Right. People need to really step up and stuff for who have the money and have the funds and all that type of stuff. That's why I feel like Jay does way much more shit than Diddy. Right. I just don't see Diddy shit. Yeah. I don't know. But I feel like this is where like the older heads or the older figures and stuff with the dollars need to come into play and be like, nah, we can't allow this fuck shit to happen to our people. So,
yeah, no, that's crazy.
Ice Cube, I'm not pocket watching. I'm saying Cube. Right. Nas, Jay, Diddy. You would think they were like, not saying like, form like a coalition. Yeah. But yeah, keep their eyes on the prize and stuff when it comes to some of these things and stuff. Yeah. So like, kudos to Jay because God knows and stuff, whatever. Like this is not something they just dropped a hat on, whatever. Fuck, Bobby Shmurda been locked up and released since. Yeah. And they indicted him on that Hot Nigga track. Right. They're like, GS9, okay. Gun Squad, this person, everybody, because the whole lyric and stuff, was just picking off people bit by bit, whatever, off that whole thing, right? Yeah. Indictments just getting rolled out. So I'm like, they've been doing this, but then enough is enough. It's like you're aware, you know better, you do better. Let's shut this shit down. I just need the crime element. Because I need my rappers to rap like what they saying. Right. So if you're telling me and stuff, whatever, you out here on the block pushing it, what are you pushing? Now it might get you indicted, but you got a fan in me.
You got a fan in you.
You got a fan in me. And then
Yeah, I think I'm too old now. I think I like the excitement of the music, but I'm more in the. Well, I've always been more of a lyricist. So if you're a gangster and you're spitting it with the lyricist type of bravado, then yeah, I'll feel that. But man, I don't know, man. I'm more like I'm in the contemporary rap now. I'm like the Wale's of the world.
I think that's the realm I'm in. Contemporary hip hop.
Yeah,
I'm into that. Whatever. It's just that I can't say no to a Pusha T verse. And a Pusha T verse is gonna have bomb ass similes and metaphors mixed with a little bit of cocaine here, a little drug pushing here. You know. Gem Star razor and my dinner plate. That was my dinner date. Like, why? Oh, you're using the blade to cut up the dope. Yeah. If he dies, he dies. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. That's why people like Kendrick Lamar, Cole, like I want to say those lyrical people and stuff now that don't have that much of the crime element and stuff, I applaud it. And like I said, I have a genre and I have a laneway for them. I want to say that realm and stuff that I go to for that type of hip hop.
Yeah.
I like a variety of type of hip hop.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I like my hip hop and stuff, whatever. Just have like, I want to say, you need lyrics to come through.
Right.
But it's true. Some productions save every damn thing,
bro.
Like a song I realized was like trash to me. Money in the Bank. I got money in the bank. Now the beat was hot. Do, 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 do. Okay. I'ma get that dough. Fuck with them hoes. You don't know Scrappy's pro. Shut the fuck up. Like, I'm sorry, Scrappy. You could have like that. Even like that Atlanta track. Forever, I love Atlanta. That was a better Scrappy track.
Yeah.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
They could have kept it. They could have saved Money in the Bank by not dropping that track. But Beats save some stuff.
Beats definitely say some stuff. And I remember previously when we were talking about this and we were talking about the whole lyrical miracle, and you had mentioned Jay-Z's Blue Magic.
Mm.
Beats save, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like it also gives the opportunity. Because when you were,
what does that mean?
When you were mentioning, when we were talking about it and before, and you were mentioning how Jay pretty much spazzed on the track.
Mm-hmm.
The one of the points I wanted to mention about that is because the track is so not busy.
Oh, so you're saying there's not a lot going on?
Not a lot going on, so it gives him that much more to, you know what I mean? To put his little sauce on it, it gives him that much more opportunity to shine and display whatever he can on top of it. And it just doesn't take away from what he's saying.
I don't know, because I feel like there's, like busy beats and everything like that. I feel like busy beats and stuff, whatever, still can go on, because you be like, whoo, that beat is slapping.
Yeah.
They got a lot going on. And then you hear like somebody might come on and stuff and just come on and snap to it.
Yeah.
Or just, I want to say, don't snap, but they kind of go decent with it.
Right.
Like, Lil Wayne, 6 foot, 7 foot, 6'7".
Right.
That's a lot going on. I mean, squash banana, squash banana, squash banana, and he still ripped that thing.
And he tore that thing up. But I tell you what, though, I ain't listened to Lil Wayne until maybe the 5th time hearing that, because I'm on this.
Hey,
the beat has me turned already.
Yeah.
And by the time I heard the 5th time, I'm like, all right, okay, I'm enough bouncing. Oh shit, he said that?
He went off.
Oh shit, he said that?
Excuse my charisma, vodka with a spritzer, swagger down Pat, call my shit Patricia.
Yeah.
Pat is short for Patricia. I was like, all right, where are you going with this? Because you started off kind of nice. And he kept going. And he's like, a lyrical miracle.
Yeah.
Lyrical miracle.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, those spaz on tracks, but when a track is just it's just not busy at all, and you don't have nothing to do but listen to what the lyrics are saying. I felt that way about, we mentioned it too. I felt that way about Renegade. Because Renegade is such an easy, laid back beat that when you're hearing it, you just, okay, the first 2 bars, you have the rhythm. You know what the rhythm is. And you know what the rhythm is not gonna deviate from what it is. So after you got the rhythm in the only thing left is to listen to is the lyrics. So right away, like by the time I heard that song second time, third time, I knew the lyrics to the song.
But you know some shit artists can fuck up a damn basic ass beat.
Yeah, some artists can really mess
Like
up.
sometimes I remember I heard some shit and be like, why you on this track? like you made this track a lot. Like even like the other day, I even said that. I said it to a lot of songs. I'm looking like all right, remember when they came out with the What's Poppin' remix?
Yeah.
When they came out with the What's Poppin', because What's Poppin' by itself and Jack, he tore it down.
Yeah.
Then when he did the remix, I was like, shit, you don't know who is like, has the whack verse.
Right.
Because everybody flamed it.
Right.
And I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
And then you hear some other songs and stuff, whatever, you're looking like, why they put you on this track?
Why ain't
Did you buy your way on this
Why
track?
they couldn't put you last?
Yeah, so, and then we can cut you off.
Right.
There's a song in my head and stuff, whatever.
You wish.
No, I tell you, it's the East Coast remix. That you call it, was it a posse track? Because there's a lot of people on it.
Yeah.
The East Coast remix, because the regular one is just Ferg and Remy Ma.
Okay.
Remix has Ferg, ASAP Rocky, Davies, Ross, French Montana, and Snoop. Right?
It's a lineup. That's a lineup.
It's a posse.
Yeah, that's a lineup.
Posse. French Montana should have stayed home. Snoop should have just, leave it to the East Coast.
Yeah.
Because like when Ross came on, in the kitchen culinary, I can whip a Bloody Mary. And it was like, oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Then Snoop come on.
Yeah.
10/20 was my date of birth. That's when I came to Earth. I'm like, where you going this? He's like, sometimes I make the dirt. I'm like, no, this is dirt. This is dirty. This is nasty.
Yeah.
Stop wasting your time.
Yeah.
Bang on him, gang culture out of this world. I was like, nah, Snoop, you should have stayed home. You can't bring the old people everywhere.
No, you can't.
But that's just my opinion, folks.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, the track was still popping. Like, yeah, French Montana, nah. X that.
Yeah.
X that. So, I like the crime element. The crime element is fun to me. I dig it. I like it.
Yeah. I think.
Is it needed? No, it's not needed.
No,
It's not needed.
I won't say that it's not needed. Because again, like I look at music like film, right? Like everybody likes a good gangster flick. Everybody likes a good rom-com. Everybody likes, like, I wouldn't say that it's not needed. I would just say, what I would say right now is what I see as a problem is that it's oversaturated. And
it's making him a target because
right,
it's oversaturated.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
That's what I feel.
Because
it's so prevalent,
Mm-hmm.
that's what kind of makes them an easy target.
Right, because if you're looking at stuff, whatever, and you're taking it to a pop genre, it's like, I broke up with my girlfriend, or I love this girl, and he dumped me, or some shit like, why am I not pretty? And then that's the saturation on that side of that genre.
Right.
And gun, gang, bitches, hoes, sluts, money.
Yeah.
Repeat. It's just formulated in different ways and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It went from money to cheddar to cheese to all type of names.
Yeah.
To like, even like with the women now, what is it? What did the guy say? Woofty? She's a Treacy? A Treese? Treese? He's like, I fell in love with your Treacy.
Yeah.
She give me head with a 3-piece and a woofty. So yeah. See, but woofty still crime element. I fucking love it. 2 minutes of it.
But it's the beat got me.
Woofty.
Whoopty.
So yeah. Next poll question is: should grandparents be paid for babysitting their children? Look. Pay them damn grandparents.
Pay them.
77% said No, they should not be paid. Look, motherfucker. You got them watching your kids. No. I feel like this. If the grandparent asked to, I haven't seen my grandbaby in a minute.
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey, since you ain't seen him in a minute, me and Tata Lalicious, we supposed to catch a flick. You want to keep your grand? Meanwhile, we go catch this flick? Sure. 2 hours? Sure. All right. Cool. You requested set grandchild.
Yeah.
I'm bringing set grandchild to you. Now, if I have my own personal missions and everything like that, and I'm dropping them off to you and everything, I think this is where I'm infringing on your free time.
Right.
Because when I'm a grandparent, a lot of y'all can kiss my ass. I'm sorry. I'm going to be a different kind of grandparent.
You frequent in the old age homes?
If I'm not there yet, I would say...
You want to see what Mabel's doing?
Mabel, Dolores. I'm going to learn how to play bridge.
You going to learn how to play bridge?
I'm going to go do...
Parcheesi.
What is that? Chuck E. Cheese Street?
Something.
Parcheesi?
Lawn bowling. This is what I see them do.
I'm about that life.
They about the lawn bowling life?
I'm about that life. Because I see those old Italian folks.
Yeah.
They don't give zero fucks. They used to be like mafia bosses. I'm about that life. Yeah. I'm going to slide my black ass straight over there and stuff like that. They hopefully, if they call me Mooly, I'm going to be like, my hearing aid's not working.
Right. I like this guy. I like this movie. Yeah.
But you're not going to be infringing on my free time and stuff, whatever, and be like, hey, these are your grandbabies. I got shit to do. No.
Yeah. No.
When I request them, bring them.
Yeah.
And if not, fuck you, pay me.
But why wouldn't you want to give your little grandparents Enzo? If it's if it's a one-off thing, all right. I can see, them helping you out. You're in a jam or something like that. But let's say you're working 9 to 5, right?
Right.
Grandparents are home and you decide you don't want to be spending umpteen thousands of dollars for daycare. So you're just going to stick them with your grandparents. They may not want to agree, but because you're their child, they want to help out any way possible.
Right.
They say, you know what? We'll do it for you.
Right.
I believe they deserve compensation, man.
I agree.
I believe if you're gonna put them out of their way and take away from their time, you gotta compensate them for that.
I agree.
I think the government should make it easier for you. Right? Like people don't want to necessarily have to put the parents in a home, right? But if they gotta work to fit bills, then there might not be any other alternative.
Yeah, I think the government won't give you that much of a leeway. What I mean by that is the shit's not set up for one person to win.
Right.
Period. So I think when the government has realized that this person might have capability of just winning on the regular shit, they're going to try and kind of cut it off on some other end to kind of not make sure that person kind of wins in life. Now, it's up to you to come with your own key to success and your plan and everything like that, right? So when I hear some people like, oh, they're, I guess, quote unquote, frauding the system or clapping back at the man.
Yeah.
I gotta get it, but this is a big ass government and gangster clan that been around before your ass was born.
Yeah.
So they probably have seen this shit over a few times, decades over times 12.
Right.
You think, or a set person thinks, I'm gonna get the leg up on them and stuff. No, bitch. You're like 1 in a million. You'll get caught. They'll cut off the pipeline. So they'll look at it stuff as like, we're not gonna give you that much to win.
Right.
You have to find your own keys to success.
You know what you just said remind me of? When Neo was in the room with the architect.
In the Matrix.
And the architect showed Neo how many times they've gone through this simulation. And Neo, we already know what you're going to do. This is the 8th time around. You know what I mean? So the government knows what box you're in. You just got to keep trying to figure out other ways to get out that damn box.
Not according to that person. According to the person, I got this. I'm about to beat the man.
Yeah, but listen, man. The government is now saying we can allow you to
You utilize your grandparents or utilize the senior citizen.
if the system is not set up now that caregivers, if you have to pay for a caregiver to look after your parents, if you don't want to send to old age home, you can pay for a caregiver. What the government is saying now is that ain't nobody gonna care better for your parents than you.
Right.
Right? Come in. You can now fill out some forms saying because that you are now taking care of your parents, you no longer have the ability to work. So now you get subsidized for whatever you would have been getting as a working income.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, why can't we do that for the grandparents? Why can't we say, listen, ain't nobody gonna take care of my kids better than their grandparents?
Right.
So why should I have to put them with a stranger? Why can't I just take that same type of money? Why can't we give those resources to our parents and just, my parents and just make it be so?
I don't know. I feel like there's leg ups where they do give you like, I want to say the chance of nepotism.
Yeah.
Like the car is one in Ontario, like the car thing. It's like parent to child. That's considered a gift. So that's the alley-oop pertaining to like parent and child.
Right.
This aspect, I think there's a way that they might try to shut it down. I don't know. I don't know. But I feel like in that nutshell, there's so many grandparents that do it that I've worked with people and stuff who took a retirement to say they're going to watch their grandkids. And I was like, oh, do you get paid? Like, no, it cuts my kids the stress and the like. I'm like, I don't know if there's a way. But like I said, like, so far I haven't heard not one person and stuff say it. And I know that there's tons of people and stuff out here, especially like the resource type person that I knew that person was.
Right.
An opportunity like that wouldn't miss her. We're talking about if they're giving like, somebody's retiring in another damn department, she's there.
She's there.
Getting a free meal. Yeah. She's getting all... Shit, do you know if you take these coupons to this place and da-da-da? So that's something like, she's very frugal.
Right.
She's very frugal and wise with her funds and the way how she does things and all the above before she hit retirement. Not gonna name drop. Everybody be like, oh, that F, we all know. But
now, they're sitting down going through their head. Who's frugal like
Patreon.
Who's frugal like that?
You gotta pay for this. But that person, maybe she didn't find a way.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that would have been up her alley and all the above because it was, hell, she told me this dance. She's like, she has, I think, 2 daughters. And she said her and her husband, they got married and stuff, whatever, in Jamaica.
Okay.
Right? Long time ago.
Yeah.
I think there was something up with like his paperwork or some shit like that.
Right.
So she brought the 2 daughters up. No, sorry, the 2 daughters were born here. And before the husband came up, it was a laneway where the husband, she's like, if the husband came, it would have fucked up her subsidy for daycare. Because it'd be like, okay, he's here, he's gonna be working, extra income.
Right.
She said, he abused me. We're going through marriage counseling. He has to stay at his cousin's house or some shit like that, whatever.
Yeah.
She milked that shit. And she got that shit to the point where like, all right, once the youngest one came out of daycare, all right, you can come move in.
That's it. Everything's
so that's what I'm saying. She's out to get the man already.
Yeah.
And if she didn't find a way, like for when these kids had their kids,
yeah,
I don't know. I think the government's there to shoot some shit down.
That era.
Hustle hard.
That era when you could get umpteens of money for your children.
Yeah.
Bitches was furnishing out entire apartments.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I heard
Dude stopped working, man. Dudes was collecting checks. Dude, I mean, there was enough to go around.
I don't doubt that. I do not doubt that.
There was enough to go around.
And then, like I said, I guess like the proper people got in these proper places, and they start tightening up the like, what is it? R.I.P. Rob Ford. The gravy train has stopped. So then there, that's where the dance is. Yo, so we talk about government shit. Truck Convoy. Talk to me.
Boom, boom. You're gonna be the convoy. So, started from, I think, British Columbia, out in BC, they started.
West Coast.
West Coast. Took about, I want to say maybe 3-4 days before it was about a week. Let's say, let's give it about a week's time.
About that.
I knew before they left. I got wind of it, what was happening, that truckers were gonna protest. What I heard was they're protesting the vaccine mandates. Some of these truckers are saying they got a mandate coming from the companies saying if they weren't vaccinated by a certain amount of time, they could no longer cross the border, do their cross-border deliveries. So from there, it went from I'm hearing one trucker talking about that, right, to the next day I hear about this trucker convoy that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
To the following day after that, I'm seeing a small group of trucks out in the West Coast saying this is when you start to hear it fleshing out a little bit how they're driving out to Ottawa to protest this, that, and the third. And then I didn't really hear much about it other than little blips here and there. I think by the time they got to Winnipeg,
mm-hmm.
is when the convoy kind of started to look like a convoy. They had like groups of trucks. I don't think it was like a solid thing at that point, but just pieces rolling in here, pieces rolling in there. Then you were starting to see like media stuff, like, you know what I mean? Pictures of a convoys, trucks moving. You're starting to hear a little bit more buzz of it on social media.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I really got the grasp of it until they got to Toronto. And the whole crowding of the 404. 404 is a stretch of highway. It's runs north to south, I would say, down the center of Toronto, the biggest city in Ontario. At that point, I think you started to get like smaller news coverages of what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot more social media coverage, I would say, because a lot of people who were there were posting. I seen people I didn't even know. I didn't see people that I didn't even know even knew what was going on out there posting stuff. Like,
well, watching the trucks go by and was recording and posting
and supporting us and supporting, like they're out there, like they support. I didn't even know they even knew what the truckers was doing or even knew what was going on. But they're out there with the cameras.
But we live in an age of groupthink. A lot of people don't know what the fuck is going on, and it's just like, yeah, that's right.
So I'm seeing this now, and I'm like, okay, clearly it's a little bit more than what one side is saying, and still there's not enough information to know exactly what it is and what it's about.
Mm.
There's no one person that's coming up and saying, hey, I am the leader of this movement. We are running this convoy. This is what's happening right now. So, you know what I mean? For a lot of things, it's a lot of hearsay. A lot of people giving their opinion of what they think it's about, mixed in with, okay, this is slightly what it's about, right? I think it doesn't do anything but lead to confusion, first and foremost.
Facts.
Right? And right after that confusion, it's almost like, what's the purpose? Because
I was gonna ask that. Like, yeah, what's the purpose of this now?
or what's the purpose? You say it's this and that, but it's that it has not been officially stated.
Mm-hmm.
So what really is the purpose? So I've been following it, seeing if that's one of the things that I'm gonna be privy to understand within the next few days. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We have coverage, whether it be social media or local media. Some tend to feel like the local media is not giving it its just dessert. Some tend to feel like what's being showed on social media may not be legitimate, right? And it's how do you reconcile the two? Because you need mainstream media, which is considered legitimate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you also need social media that's not afraid to go where mainstream media may be afraid to go.
Yeah. I think it's credibility.
Right.
Because the thing and stuff is that you can be held for you. Let's say the news stations and the main media.
Yeah.
They can be held liable for the shit they say or the shit they print and all the above.
Right.
Social media aspect and stuff, whatever. A lot of people not claiming the fame unless it's something noteworthy.
Right.
So I want to say if they catch like somebody like, knocking out a celebrity or something like that, and there's only one person, one phone at the time, then yeah, that person probably get paid off for that video. And you'll see it on like TMZ somewhere, be like, at such and such his handle or something like that, whatever.
Yeah.
Because they paid funds for this, whatever, right? To show that this is not altered or doctored and stuff, but this is just coming from this person.
Right.
Right? So they pay their money and stuff for that aspect. I think the other aspect of stuff is that document everything. Documentary. Make a documentary while you're going through this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then just be like, yo, this is the organizers or the head people in charge. And these are our words, not to be misconstrued and all that type of stuff, or diluted or fucked up and blown up.
Right.
Because swastikas on the Canadian flag now, and not just one or two flags are flying with swastikas on there.
Yeah.
Consider the fact we just talked about the Holocaust tragedies within this past week.
Mm-hmm.
You're not winning these rich Jewish conglomerate owners to be like, we see you. You'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. My ancestors. You're desecrating my ancestors with this one. This is going to be a hell no for us.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're not going to get the support, the extra support that you need. Yes, one bad apple can fuck up the bunch.
Right.
We have to denounce it. Like we were talking about with China.
Yeah.
Last week with China and the nigger. Like, they have to speak about it and denounce that.
Yeah.
So they know for a fact, be like, yo, that's not us.
Right.
Please help us. We agree with you guys. We want the help. We want the support, whatever. Those monsters, they're in a different type of thing. Now, if they're trying to blend in like wolf in sheep's clothing, we can't stop that. But we're letting you know, if you see it, it ain't us.
Yeah. You got to, man. It's like, if you don't cut the cancer off, you give it a chance to fester and grow.
Facts. Absolutely.
Right? So you gotta cut it off and get rid of it and be like, look, this is what it is moving forward. So I don't know where do you see this going now? Because now that we're at the point where doctors are now saying, let's treat this like the flu, which the Podical Sons have been saying since if he dies, he dies.
Let it run.
I mean, the Podical Sons have been telling you that movements require numbers as well, but
let it run.
I mean, nevertheless, now that we're here, right? You got the truckers descended down on Ottawa. They say they're not leaving until either Trudeau out of office or they stop all the mandates. I don't know. I don't know how much of that they'll believe that they can force. But with that being said, right, you got the top doctors saying, okay, it's time that we go back to normal lives and treat this like a flu. If you're Trudeau, do you take this opportunity to say, okay, you know what? maybe I can be able to get out of this without looking away because the doctors are saying it's now time, right? So maybe I can go ahead and do this and still kind of save whatever face or whatever I think may have been destroyed from all of this.
So you're asking if I was true to it, what would I do?
Yeah, what would you do?
Fuck them truckers. Because I think my thing and stuff is that it's the population.
Right.
Canada, full Canada, big ass land space it is, has less than the population than state of California. Let's say 37 million countrywide.
Okay.
America has 340 million countrywide. Estimate, right?
Right.
At least countrywide in Canada, at least 90-something% have at least got one dose of the vaccine, right? 83% or like, I can't remember the numbers of it. It fluctuates and change because like people getting vaccinated that often and stuff now. Let's say in the 80% wise, people are double shots up.
Right.
Or alleged.
Right.
Right? If I'm the government or I'm the leader of the country and stuff, whatever, it's just the 10%.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah.
The 10 to 20% that okay, we'll just hire new people.
Right.
You don't do the job and stuff, whatever, you just hire new people. And not much as you tapped out for this purpose, most benefits won't get paid out. So it's kind of like a win back to like the companies and the government and everything like that on that aspect. To save face, no leader can save face during the pandemic besides, oh my gosh, I always forget my boobie's last name.
Who did it?
Jacinda.
She did it?
Jacinda, the PM for New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Jacinda. Like when they shut down shit, remember, their cases was like damn near minuscule.
Yeah.
Like, yo, the whole world's looking at them like, y'all did it right. Everybody else was fucking up, picking up pieces and all that type of stuff. Boris Johnson looking all crazy. Trump looking crazy. Trudeau, everybody looking crazy.
Everybody looked crazy.
So I'm saying, like, to save face and stuff for like a government front,
yeah,
no political party could save face during this pandemic.
Nobody.
The sweet thing is
because you know what the funny thing is though, right? It's like even though the opposition was riding with you during the pandemic, they gonna use this to the full advantage. Come time for, you know what I mean? When come time for election.
Come on, why not, man? Why not? That's what they did to Trump.
The full advantage.
Trump, I always say like, let's say the campaign party and stuff for Biden.
Right.
Because I felt like Kamala kind of came in harder and stuff, whatever, than Joe did.
Yeah.
Because Joe, remember with the whole, you shut up, man, and the mosquito chilling on his dome piece, you know?
Yeah.
Sleepy Joe fell asleep a few times. I feel like that team, they're like, we're just going to talk about the shit he did during the pandemic. And then we're going to tell them some make-believe shit that we're going to do when we're in charge.
Yeah.
Because that's basically all it is.
That's it. That's all it is. Yeah.
Because you're going to crucify me? I'm not in the position. If I was in the position, it'd have been a different result. But until then, I don't think no government person can save face.
That truly is what politics is, isn't it? Point fingers and promises.
Of course.
Yeah.
Look at this. I call them the slander campaigns, or they're like, say you and I were going against each other and stuff to go like run for PM or some shit. Be like, not your average. You're not your average liar, not your average whoremonger, or not your average scumbag. Vote Marv, because we'll know. We'll turn that frown upside down.
We went to the streets and we found out that not your average Joseph is really average.
Yo, I seen a smear campaign for somebody. I can't remember. It was a Canadian thing.
Right.
It was to die for. I can't remember who was running for what, but there was some guy. He was born and raised here. No, sorry, he was born here. He went to school in America and came back to join politics and stuff here.
Oh shit! Who was that again?
And they used that against that dude.
Yes.
They ate his soul. He like,
oh,
he is American built. He doesn't understand Canadian policies. I was like, holy fuck! He went for education.
Who was that again?
You see?
I do remember.
That's
the
all they kept throwing at him. All you know is everything about America. He's like, but I'm here. I've been back from America for like over a decade. They're like, nah, Don't let the Americans change their mind. Don't vote for that guy. It's a smear campaign, dog. That's all it is.
They made him seem so un-Canadian.
What? Did they ever? I was watching the commercials. I'd probably be cooking or some shit. I was like, who the fuck are they talking about? This guy looks like a basic Canadian white dude.
Yeah.
I sat there the whole time watching this commercial was done. I was like, so I said, I had to Google this guy. And when I go to Google the dude, I'm looking at him like, yo, let me see what's going on with him. Did he have like whorehouses that he went to in America? Nothing. Clean record. Did nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a number on him.
That's it. And that's what I'm saying. Like Trudeau.
Point fingers and promises. You're a politician.
That's it. I don't think Trudeau can save face from this. I think the greatest thing and stuff right now, I'm not going to lie to you. So I have good ideas and I have a bad idea.
All right. Which one we starting?
You pick. Come on. Yahtzee.
Let's start with a bad idea.
All right. My bad idea stuff is that tomorrow.
Yeah.
So folks, this will be February 1st when you're getting this episode, but on January 31st, there's still time for the fuck shit to go down.
Right.
So we can compare, have a conversation with the American stuff. Be like, hey, January 2021 was your fuck up against the government, and you guys raided Capitol Hill. Hey, we had them come to Parliament Hill over here,
right.
and we're gonna fuck up our shit, whatever.
Right.
So it's January.
Still time.
It's still time. Remember, the convoy pulled up on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Today is Sunday.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody working on the weekends like that, especially you big wigs and you political campaign people.
Yeah.
But you might, they might go like reduce staff or like not so important staff.
Right.
So they might get stoned. They get hit with like, get strangled with a few Nazi Canadian flags or something like that. The lesser people and shit. They're gonna go after the janitors too. The janitors like, I just clean. Yeah, you clean for the scumbags. One of those notions and thing. Not a good idea. I think a good idea and stuff, whatever. I still feel like I say this to this day. Protests don't mean a fucking thing. You have to, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Okay.
6 degrees separation. I feel like once they start tallying up a little steam, because this is rookie, I call it rookie.
Yeah.
But if they had somebody like a political, that's not the word I'm looking for. Like a PR.
Okay.
A PR type of person and stuff for them to help point them to other people that might be possible allies within their cause and stuff, whatever. What is that? Queen's Park where they go and they just yell at each other? Like the politicians, the MPPs and all type of stuff. Be like, you promised you're supposed to do this. Yeah. Senator, that shit.
Yeah.
You need one of those people and stuff to help get your voice across.
Right.
But if you're not doing anything and stuff, if you can't go, I feel like Tupac doesn't work everywhere. You can't go everywhere and say, fuck everybody, and then you want to prove a point. No one wants to listen to you after that.
Nah.
So I'm not saying the truck convoy people did that, but I want to say like the steam that they picked up.
Yeah.
It's not like they're saying like, we're willing to talk to some people. They're like, no, we want to come yell at Trudeau in his face.
Yeah. There's that one politician guy. I don't know if is it Quebec he's in? And they had that one part that people something conservative party. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but that Maxime Bremier.
Yeah.
He's the only person that I see within that political arena that maybe they might be able to tap into and hope that they can get that exposure. But why not?
I'm not saying and numbers.
Why not?
No, use that.
Yeah,
person.
that's what I'm saying. Why
use
not?
that person, but give the numbers.
Yeah.
Because my thing and stuff is that one finger can barely move somebody. 5 balls into a fist can make the movement.
Right.
Wouldn't it be better to at least get more politicians on your bandwagon than just
the one?
Just the one and everything like that. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with Quebec, but Quebec and Canada has their issues within the past.
But I think
the sovereignty,
right?
But
I think you need just the one to start off with to kind of pull. If you have other allies, then just like you're saying, that might be the one person that they can say, okay, you know what? I know this guy. I speak to him in the rotunda. These truck guys, I don't know. So I wouldn't know how to do it, but he's already doing it. Let me see what I can. But you're right. They need a front person. We need to see a front person at this point.
Like, because what is it? Is it Machiavelli and the Prince? Why do things with force when you can do things with deception?
Right.
That's in the Prince. And I always look at it and stuff that it doesn't have to be deception per se. But I want to say it could be in the lines of like, you don't need the force to kind of get your point across.
No.
Right? And a lot of things can actually be won with words, because if you're protesting and stuff, whatever, I'm assuming you're going to use your words.
Right.
You're not trying to make a Capitol Hill part 2, because if you are, I'm just going to not leave my computer desk when I go to work tomorrow and just hit screen record and take this footage.
Get everything this time?
Oh, hell yeah. After the Capitol Hill shit pissed me off and I missed it too. I'm sorry, folks. This is not Marv being racist. This is just Marv just observing some shit. When black people, we make some noise like that, as you can see, the Ferguson moments, they don't turn out too well for us. Now, when the Caucasians, on the other hand, do some shit like this is fun shit to watch.
This is like... because
no one gets really like, okay, out of the Capitol Hill shit, whatever.
Right.
Was it one person got bodied?
Yeah, one.
From I want to say the Raider squad and everything like that. And you had like the cop and so many people injured. Right. And I was looking at stuff, I was like, oh shit. They just shot that one lady? That one lady who got
in the window.
Yeah, in the window, in the door thing. I was like, could never been black. I was like, bring out the Uzis. Say hello to my little friend. And it'd have been a different kind of dance. Dude, so that's what I'm saying.
Look at, again, the Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
When they were literally, how many armed guards did they have standing on those damn steps?
On deck. You know, stacks on stacks on stacks. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I won't be missing this for nothing. The rally the troops.
Yeah.
All that type of stuff. I get it. They're making it seem like it's from what I'm seeing, from what I'm gathering, it's a freedom thing.
Right.
You infringe on people's freedoms and stuff like that. Facts. You feel like anything's infringing on your freedom, you fight for your freedom.
Right. Yeah.
The denouncing certain type of things and stuff they have to answer for. The going into the mall like closest to like that area and stuff in Ottawa. That should have never been captured, like I want to say captured by people and stuff who weren't wearing masks. But then again, Paul Blart and them can't stop so many people.
Right.
I see that. I get that.
Right.
That ain't the way though. Because regards to the fact that place and stuff has like a mandate where mask up is a must. And now you said all these people in there, they're in violation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if they come in there with the super troops and stuff and start cuffing them and locking them up and everything like that, it's going to be a different kind of party tomorrow. And I ain't leaving my desk once again because I want to watch all this shit unfold.
And that's what I'm saying. It's interesting because are they doing that knowing?
What do you mean?
Are they doing that knowing that it could possibly lead to a confrontation?
Of course. Because
do they want the confrontation? You feel like they want the confrontation?
I feel like they want the smoke.
Okay.
I feel like they want the smoke. I just feel like I said, on my terrorist shit, you know, if they just start driving the trucks onto like the office doors and everything, that'd be hot. I'm like, oh shit, I'll probably get me a trucker hat. I wear my trucker hat all day on Tuesday. I was like, freedom!
Every trucker hat I own, I'm wearing that
every week, out the whole week. Freedom! Convoy! Yo, I be throwing up shit.
Convoy!
Yeah, but until then, like, that ain't the way. That ain't the way. But who am I to say? Because what do I know? I'm just some dude with a big mouth that knows for a fact history is like an endless waltz. It's on repeat.
Yeah.
War, peace, revolution. This shit was bound to come down when the whole thing shut down. When the world shut down.
Yeah.
And I looked at it stuff when that April came around, I'm like, this shit still not open yet? This is gonna be a different world before this virus thing is done.
Said it.
I said it.
Said it.
So at the end of the day, this is all part of the song that it has to play out.
It has to play out, man.
I just look at the stuff as now the eyes are on Canada now, and they realize the stuff like from the other parts in the world, they're looking like, shit. We thought those Canadian people were like, they just rolled over and took shit and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe we took them for granted. They got the truckers and stuff in this bitch.
Yeah.
And then you could just be one part in America watching this, and you'd be like, Cletus, look, the swastikas on the Canadian flag. I told you should have went to Canada when Biden got in office. They would have welcomed us. You know what I'm saying? So, salutes to them. And all the best. And we'll see what happens and stuff panning out. Again, I'll be watching from my desk tomorrow while I'm in between work. Because I am a healthcare worker. Yeah. I am vaccinated. That's why I'm still employed. Yeah. And I just want to see the fuck shits. Because I'm with the fuck shits.
Yeah. And like we've always said, it doesn't matter what side of the coin you stand on, as long as you're standing for something.
Exactly.
As long as you're standing for something.
Let's talk about Rogan and Spotify versus Neil Young and Joni Mitchell. More so Neil Young.
Right.
Neil Young went to Spotify with the complaints that Joe Rogan is spreading misinformation about vaccines and all the above to his peoples, to his fan base.
Right.
Right? And his listeners up on his podcast. Is Joe Rogan giving misinformation or is he just being a podcaster?
I feel like he's just being a podcaster.
I feel like that too, because I feel like everything that we say,
right?
Everything we say and stuff on here, I want to say is more our opinion.
Yes.
And our views.
Right.
And everything. And it doesn't reflect on, let's say, your workforce and my workforce.
Right.
And everything. So I feel like it's just from our point of view. Now, whoever dictates like the more cult following, you can't hold that against them.
No.
Because let's say if the Joe Rogan's like, I need air, he's like, drink red Kool-Aid and stuff, whatever. It'll keep you alive and stuff and feeling young and rejuvenated and everything like that.
Yeah.
That's that man's opinion.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to be a Joe Rogan experience listener and you want to beat the fuck up out of some red Kool-Aid and stuff, whatever, that's all on your choice.
All on you.
You do not have to do that.
You don't.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, people like, oh, it's your responsibility and everything like that. I was like, no, if you're a musician, you sign up to be a musician.
Yeah.
You sign up to be a songwriter, a producer, whatever you choose this stuff, whatever.
Right.
Now you got this fan following and everything like that, and he just want to follow your every move. That's a them choice.
It's to them.
That's all on them.
It's to them.
Neil Young, he wasn't a fan of it. He told Spotify, look, you don't cut that Joe Rogan guy out, I'm taking my music. And he took his music.
Spotify said,
who the fuck are you, Neil Young? like
Neil, I could just see him going into the offices of Spotify. And like the 27-year-old CEO
chilling. He's not even wearing suits. He wearing a t-shirt.
He got
his chucks on.
He's got his feet up on the desk. He's like, you know what I mean? He's like, listen, he's getting turned up because that's all that's playing on his Spotify playlist. Mr. Edison? Yeah. Neil Young's here to see. Neil who?
Who? That's the first thing. Who? The musician? Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, we play music here. Yeah. Send him in. Yeah. And I think that's where everything's gonna go south. And he's like, "Oh, we're gonna play music." Okay, he probably has his phone out, doing other shit. He's probably playing like Bubble Pop or some shit. Yeah, he goes to Spotify. He's like, "That's how much your monthly followers are, 6 million."
Yeah. Mr. Young, can you hold on for 1 second? Accounting. Yeah. Can you tell me how much we netted off of Neil Young last year? Sure. Some sad numbers. 250,000. Oh, okay. Can you tell me what we netted off of Joe Rogan?
Jeez.
Last week?
Last week. Oh my God. They probably even just crushed it with the last week shit. Probably like, probably about 11 million last week.
Last week. Well, Mr. Young.
You don't have a leg to stand on in this. You better use your
Seems
cane.
like-
You better use your cane you came in here with.
It seems like, you know what I mean?
And Joni Mitchell and stuff with her, was it? You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Mm.
That's it. I feel like Janet and Q-Tip did it way better.
That's
just me. Now, why you want to go and do that? like, yo, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Thoughts and prayers to, your streaming aspect and stuff. Yes, there's all the platforms, YouTube.
Listen.
Or the ones, I just feel like we live in a capitalist society and people have to really start looking at what they pull in.
Right.
What they like, which are you worth your weight in gold?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Neil Young wasn't that dude and stuff, whatever. That was just that time.
Yeah.
This time, same thing what you're saying with these young CEOs and everything like that. And these, man, look here, these kids have a problem remembering Pac.
Ain't that the truth?
Pac and Biggie, they're from the 90s.
Ain't that the truth?
From the 90s. You're going to go tap into Neil Young bag and stuff from way back?
Yeah.
Further than, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, don't do that to yourself. Just say you denounced it. Go on your Twitter.
Right.
And just make your rant.
Listen, yeah.
And you just call it a day.
Call it a day.
Yeah.
And then make it coin, man. Make it coin.
Yo, let's get to the question of the week.
Question of the week.
Question of the week. Are you ready?
Ready.
Discretion. These do not come for the Podical sons because we know the Jew unit has money and clout. But we just try to understand some thoughts and prayers and stuff. And we're just being podcasters, just like how Joe Rogan
That's
is.
it. That's all.
Question of the week now. Let's go. We got to throw that disclaimer out there.
Let's go.
Would you rejoice if Adolf Hitler was forgiven for his sins in heaven? It's a dangerous one. I know.
Okay. All right. Did he mean it? He mean it? I think it's gonna be. It's gonna weigh on my answering this.
One would hope.
That he meant it.
One would hope.
Right.
Because, if we're going by the Christian and Catholic faith,
right,
where heaven and hell exist.
Yes.
Because heaven and hell doesn't exist in Hindu.
Not all religions.
Yeah, not all religions. Yeah. But Christian and Catholic faith, it's a staple there.
Right.
It's a staple place. Now, once you're baptized, any sins you commit, you have to ask the Lord for forgiveness. And I'm assuming when you're asking the Lord for forgiveness, you have to mean it.
Yes.
During the downfall
right.
of the Third Reich,
right,
we don't know. I think they said either he could have committed suicide, shot himself, or somebody shot him. They don't know. But he's probably looking like, oh shit, I'm not winning this war. I done fucked up now. And now he's just having like a conscience now, like, like a second win.
Yeah.
Because, like, sometimes you do some wild things and stuff, whatever, that you just, as humans or as people of that faith, you always turn to me like, damn, God, can you help me out? I think he's fair about that.
Okay. So now that you phrased it like that, right? Seems a little bit more stickier for Hitler. Cause I don't know, man. If listen, if the night before, right?
Right.
Few soldiers on the good side got down on their knees and he was like, oh God. Yo, this Hitler dude is not nice, man. Yo, he ought to destroy the whole world, man. You gotta you gotta give us the upper hand. And God is be like, you're right. All right, I'm gonna do this. God gives him the upper hand, right? So now,
send somebody to go whop off Hitler.
You know what I mean? So now it's getting there, right? It's getting there, right? Hitler sees us getting in there, right? Hitler decides, oh shit, it ain't looking good for me. I'll give my life to God. You think God is out there saying, no,
it was already in my plan. God's plan. It was gonna go down like this, boy. You better ask for some. He's asking for forgiveness now, according to what the good book says.
According to what the good book says. Listen,
Hey.
man. If it's a God of the good book, and Hitler asking and being sincere, he gonna get it granted, whether we like it or not. Whether we like it or not, he's gonna get that granted.
I'm just saying, there's gonna be a lot of salty ass people when somebody get to heaven. They look like, oh shit, Sister Agnes, you made it. Shirley, hey, I ain't see you in a minute. God is good. Is that Hitler? Is that Hitler? And he's out there.
Please tell me that ain't. Please tell me that ain't.
You know, he's on his cloud over there doing something, whatever. Be like, I don't think you should belong here. I belong right here. And he does all of that. And he's like, yeah, it's like, my house is right over there. He's like,
Like, whoa,
whoa. St. Peter's. Oh, he asked the Lord for forgiveness and the Lord forgave him and stuff like that. You gonna feel like everything you done did to get to heaven. Could you imagine? Because like,
your boy standing me next to you. Absolution is a bitch.
yo, because I think, you know, the thing that always kills me, I never forget one day or stuff. I seen this one girl and I think she was with some guy, right?
Right.
And they approached me. First the girl approached me, then the guy came to like back her up and they're talking about like, you know, why I should give my life to God.
Okay.
Right? And I said, well, when I'm ready and stuff like that, but God might come for this planet tomorrow. Would you be ready then? Say, I don't think you'll be ready. So I was like, so what are you saying? I'm gonna go to hell? Yes, you will be going to hell. I'm like, only God can judge me, only God can condemn me to hell. You just condemn me to hell, so that means you're coming with me?
Yeah.
So then she's like, she had this look on her face, and the guy's like, all right, now I see what you're trying to do there and stuff, whatever. Clearly you don't believe in God. I'm like, no, my God is different than yours. I'm like, we having this out? And there's some OG there just looking at, he's like, oh shit. The shiny forehead dude is about to take them off. And then they pause up and stuff. They're like, we don't want the smoke. I'm like, come back. Come back. When two or more are gathered talk about God, church. We're having church. Come back.
Listen, I love it, man. I love it because people look at you and they automatically just assume certain things.
Always.
Right? So it's like when I get approached by Christian folk, it's always funny to me because I know the majority of Christian folk have not read their Bible.
Yeah.
Cover to cover have not read their Bible, right? Everything that they've learned has been given to them, right? Whereas me, I read my Bible cover to cover 3 times. There's nothing that you can tell me about it that I have not read for myself. So I love when they approach me thinking that they're approaching this thug kid who has absolutely nothing or knows anything.
Right.
And as soon as they start, I just listen. I listen. I let them go through the whole spiel. And as soon as I get a word in, I ask them something I know that's gonna trip them up. And they're like, oh, and then you see another one will come with the Bible. And they're like, oh, but. And they always give you the quoted scriptures, you know, the conversion scriptures that I was
recited in Hitler.
But I said, yeah, but do you know where that was taken from and what it actually means? What do you mean? Okay, well, let's go. Let's find a Bible verse for me. Find the Bible verse. And I'm like, okay. Read the verses prior to the verse that you just read me, and then the verses after what you just read me. And then tell me if the context what you just used it in is the same context you're trying to pull over me.
They cannot.
And they cannot. I go, what you fail to understand is that a lot of what we see today is the blind leading the blind.
Agreed.
You can't just follow haphazardly. You got to be willing to do your own. We talk about all the time. You got to research things.
Why? When preachers going up there every weekend looking fly, just saying everything I need to do, I just get jot notes and stuff and say,
Yeah,
it's
get
a fire
these Gucci
sermon.
shoes. Get these Gucci shoes.
Yeah,
Click them heels. Click them
It
heels.
was a fire sermon. I just need to memorize that. And that's it. I just looked at the stuff like under the qualifications and stuff of what I know from the Bible.
Yeah.
I don't think it's far-fetched to think that Hitler might not be there. I know a lot of people are not gonna like it, but I mean, it's that discussion and stuff for the word. It looks at stuff like, same with the body count thing.
Right.
We bring it back to the basic shit when it comes to the body count and stuff, whatever. Okay, I get baptized tomorrow. Erase my body count. To y'all, I'm still looking like King Slutbag and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
To my God, I am new saint.
You new saint.
Y'all can fuck off. You can't mess.
You new saint.
That's like, yo,
I mean, bring it back to the criminal aspect of it. We said it last week. I mean, on you're a criminal on your deathbed or the time you're about to be executed, they bring you in a priest because they want to make sure that you have this last opportunity
to
absolve you from your sins, right? And bro, if you thinking about it, and at that point, he's like, yo. I mean, I can't speak for myself because I've never been on death row,
right.
But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of thinking that goes on in your head. And you might come to the realization that, hey, you know what?
Especially when you're doing some wild shit.
Yeah, I was a fucked up person. And I know I deserve to die. I cannot deny that. The only thing I can do at this point is really ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, atone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might not have that time or luxury to atone for your sins.
Right.
But yeah, some people might need retribution, and retribution might be to take your life.
Yeah.
And if you make peace with that, you're already there.
That's it.
So yeah. Cool. All right, let's get to the Acts of Sons.
That's the Sons.
First Act of Sons comes from Autumn A. When you guys pee, do y'all wipe? I shake till they can't shake no more.
I tinkle. Is that the thing? Tinkle? Tinkle, sprinkle?
Tinkles when you piss.
Wait, no, I piss, then I tinkle, then I kegel.
Kegel.
Just get out that little last out there. Kegel Express, I call it.
Men don't kegel enough. Men do not kegel enough.
Man, it's a healthy thing to kegel. It actually helps with your performance too.
Yeah, it helps with the performance, strengthen your pelvic floor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To help make sure you maintain stronger erections
Yeah.
as you go along in life.
Yeah.
Because after at first I think they said allegedly your erection start to weaken at 30.
I was just thinking.
I was like,
I was trying to come up with a phrase of couples who kegel together.
Orgasm together? Fuck well together?
Fuck well together.
Oh yeah, goddamn. Next question comes. I mean, you're not far off.
No.
Because she kegeling and stuff, whatever. That means that cooch is kind of like maintained.
Right.
If he kegeling and stuff, whatever, you know.
That will be a Sons. We got to clean it up a bit.
Do we though? Any wild shit, we just throw it on Twitter. It's like baby porn hub anyway.
Right.
Just throw it out there. Let that shit run.
Let it go.
Any wild shit that you think about, be like, might not. Instagram might take that shit down. Twitter's like, welcome. Bring your bullshit here.
Yeah, let it run free on our field.
Yeah. What phrase? Don Juan says, what phrase or saying that you hate? Sorry, not sorry, and same difference. Same bleeping difference. So stupid.
Same difference.
How is it the same if it's different? That's the dumbest expression I ever heard.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got a little bit of this, little bit of that.
A little.
Little of what?
Fluid. Spit and pee. Spit and tinkle. Spit and tinkle.
This, a little bit of that.
I love your gumbo. What does it take? What did you put in there? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Bitch, I'm not eating your gumbo then.
Yeah.
You put spit and pee in there?
Yeah.
No, I put this and that. So say that then.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last one comes from your cousin Vinny. What's the difference to you between sex and making love? That is a very good question.
Good question. Yeah. What do you think, Marv?
Making love is the person. Making love is with the person. So making love,
Right.
you love fucking this person.
Right.
Sex, making love, you fucking love this person. Sex, you love fucking this person.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see.
King of perverts, baby. Stay classy. I think, see, with the whole love aspect,
Right.
I feel like you can still make love in a quickie and all that type of stuff, whatever, too, right?
Yeah.
The emotions and stuff are running high, but I think it's that particular person. It's more about that person than it is about the act.
The act itself, right.
And everything like that, because you have this strong feeling to this person, and it's not just within your loins. Like
Right.
it's like a bond.
Yeah. Yeah.
A bond type of thing and stuff, right? Because I mean, like, you know, it might be a little sensual and everything. Like some people might not be into that. Some people, you know, I kiss my fuck buddies. You don't kiss your fuck buddies. You know, I mean, I feel like you're a piece of shit. You like I'm a dirty ass motherfucker. Like I mean,
it's too extreme.
Too extreme. I mean, no smooch, no cooch. I mean, hey.
Fuck buddies need smooching too.
Yeah, fuck everybody.
It's all open with you, huh?
Yeah.
It's it. That's
well,
it.
Because
You won't get
kiss and get my dick hard too.
PlayStation comes with kisses. Not just on your lips.
That felt like a Me Too line. The hashtag men too. You cover up my damn jacket. I feel vulnerable right now. I'm cold.
You cold?
I feel vulnerable right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think quickies. I think maybe we look at quickies and stuff as like just the level of sex.
Right.
But I think it could be high tension stuff, whatever. You just run onto a person, everything like that. Like, let's say, for example, your kid's not home and you seen your wife. You come in from seeing your wife and stuff, whatever, and just something about you and stuff. You might look like, say, Fabio in the old Harley Quinn books, with the hair flowing.
The hair flowing?
She's like, ooh, you look like something today, whatever. You're like, it's coming in from outside.
Yeah.
She's like, but the kids aren't here, so let's go right here, right now.
Yeah.
You're like, right here? Are you serious? Yeah. And she's pulled down on you. You're like, wait, I gotta go. Are you gonna take it? Her emotions is running high. This is the woman you love.
You gonna take it.
All right, no further questions. There you go.
You
What
take
about
it.
you? What's your take on it? Difference between making love and having sex.
I'll say
Background music.
it's the tempo of the tempo, the BPMs of the track.
Signs of love making for you the zodiac freak.
Then you have
Yo, you know I always said would be a wild track to fuck a chick. You know that Sandstorm track by Darude? I was like, I seen one day I was in some kind of like, it was a club that played top 40 shit.
Yeah.
And they played that and the club went nuts. God bless Caucasians. I love Caucasian people. I don't care what no one said. Caucasians kiss on the dance floor.
Oh yeah.
And
they'll make out on the dance floor.
They're going at it. Like meanwhile, this heavy ass song is playing. The guy spun the girl around. She had a skirt on. And I see him like, oh shit. I tapped my boy and like, they about to fuck right here in this bitch. To that song. So then we're looking at stuff. One of our friends, he's trying to get all white. Yo, you taking that pussy, right? I'm like, show me a snitch. Come on. Show me a snitch.
Yeah.
This is a free show right here, first and foremost. No one else knows that they're fucking on a dance floor.
Yeah.
And I got he's fucking to the beat. And I was like, by golly, George, I always wanted to make that a mission.
Yeah.
But you know, I maybe I dated too many black women.
Yeah.
So they look like, what the fuck is this song?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is my making love mix. Turn this shit off. We're not in a club.
No, yeah.
So that guy was fully, I'm assuming that was his girl.
That was his girl?
Or he was devoted to that one night, one chick, one song. Cause I would at least went to the washroom where like the music is kind of lower.
Right,
and fuck to my own tune. But he's there. And she hears just she had ecstasy too. She's like, I was like, what the hell is going on?
Marvin, this boy, we were on the sideline like this.
Yo, I'm looking at stuff, whatever, and then like there was like some other like women and everything. Oh my god, are they fucking? Yes.
That's.
Do you want to? Like no. Okay, all right. In case you change your mind, though, I don't do it here. I do it at the house.
All right, I would say the difference for me would be love making. You're trying to please that other person.
Mm-hmm.
And sex, you're really just trying to please yourself.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's what I would say about it.
That's fair. I know a woman and stuff, whatever. It was so funny. She told me and stuff, like she talked to her, like the dude she was seeing and stuff. And she's like, it was just her fuck buddy, right? And we're friends.
Yeah.
We're just chilling and stuff like that. She's like, yeah, she about to make a move. She's like, hold on. She called dude right there. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to eat my pussy tonight. She said, okay, what time you gonna come out? Yeah, I'll be home by then. She said, Marv, I gotta go. I'm like, that's sex right there, okay?
Yeah.
That's sex.
Yeah.
It wasn't on.
Yeah.
Hey, babe. Oh, I miss you too. You complete me like a Lego set. Oh, I can't wait to hug you and squeeze you tonight. That'd be making love. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to eat my pussy tonight. I was like, all right, there, little Kim. yo. That's sex. Now she's all forget her nut.
That's it. She just, yeah.
All right. Get to Associate of Sons for the week.
Let's say it.
Associate of Sons for the week says, crying is all right, but eventually you will have to deal with what made you cry in the first place.
So says the Sons. I like that.
I feel like a lot of times and stuff, a lot of people don't look at the source of the problem. They just take the problem and sweep it underneath the rug.
Right.
And over a period of time, that rug is going to become a nice little molehill lump into it. And you're going to trip over it from your ego because you never dealt with the problem. A lot of times, if you're unhappy with a job or a person's unhappy with the job, they need to really look at it and stuff and say, like, this might not be the place for them. They should seek employment elsewhere.
Right.
Or do something else and stuff, whatever. But no, they pull up at work, cry at the steering wheel how much they hate this place, go in there, put the hours in, and then when they come in, they're drained and they can't deal with their family or get to the best part of their life.
Yeah.
If this place is making you cry like that, this place ain't for you.
It's not for you.
If you're in a relationship with somebody and all they do is helping you produce more tears that you looking to replace a local river, that's not the person for you.
That's not the person for you.
So let's look at the problem of what started the tears.
Yeah.
And not all tears. Like I said, if someone's passing and everything like that, that's not the tears I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm talking about the tears of getting better and doing things. Because the thing is is that a lot of times with us, we've been giving you, Podical says we've been giving you tools and guides and things to help you get through, much as even just enjoying the show, to help motivate you to be a better version of you. Good.
Well said.
Now back to the fuck shit.
Hey.
Thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has his limits. And that's his exit tune. And the motherfucker got flying jets with the smoke going over the damn building. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace and love.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.